They have found out that features you can is a contract. You can make money in both movements. So Royal thought it wise that why not we add features so that when this time reach, instead of people pulling out their capital, they can also trade the reverse direction and make profits. So Royal is all about making profits. Now there are so many risks attached to this. So Royal came up and they planned it well and put on some settings, some certain instructions and rules for it. But today's class will be introducing what feature is. We'll be introducing some keywords in features. Then we might do the next class on Sunday. We can do the next class on Sunday where for those that will be interested to start in our team. So we can do a class where we'll set up the accounts because you know what we are trading now is on spot. So we have to set up features accounts in your exchange, Binance. So there's where you have to fund it separately. So in the Royal Queue, you can be trading your sports, you can also be trading features. That is the beauty of the robot. So you just to edit your binding, giving the robot access to trade features for you. In your Binance, you set up your features account and fund it, and we'll start. So that one will happen maybe on Sunday if we can agree. After this class, we'll agree when we'll do the next Zoom if it's on Sunday to set up and start it, because our partners that have started trading the features when Royaku started. I don't like flowing with the, as in moving with the flow. So I like it to let them, people that want to watch, they should go in. Let's see what is happening then before we come in. You understand? Yes. So they started 3 weeks and they made 53 trades. In the 53 trades, 52 delivered. They have some short trade and long trade. We are going to talk about that, explain that. But they have made good progress of 1,040% profit they have taken. So imagine that you are starting it with, you started 3 weeks ago with $30. You must have made $312 profit. So they only had one liquidation call. So before we start, I think we have the right number. Before we start, let me make it open that the features, there is, when we talk about sports, we said no real loss. In features, they have real loss. That is number one. Before we start, in features, we have real loss. But Royaku came up with the AI robot to reduce that loss. So we are looking at 90% profit, 10% loss. So at the end, you see that your profit will always overshadow the loss. Like what I'm saying, our partners that gave, to those that followed the 53 signals, only one, they lost only one. So now in Royal Cube, okay, before we start, we enter Royal Cube, let me explain what features. It's from the name. It's a contract that partners do enter. It involves the buyer, the seller, and the exchange. So with the name features, there is a contract that partners do sign for an event that will happen, that will take place on a set feature date. That was why they call it feature. So it's a contract that people come in agreements to sign. Like, okay, so like Nigeria will win the next World Cup. This one we say this, so we win the next. We already know that World Cup will be in so time. So that is a legal binding contract between two. So they wager. we already know that at the end of that World Cup, one person must win. There must be a winner and there must be a loser. So I hope we are following. There must be a winner and there must be a loser at the end of that when the dates reach. So it always have expiring dates. That is features. So now we'll be discussing, like I said, we'll be discussing features based on crypto. You understand? So features trading in crypto, you will be seeing, I don't know how many of us have opened and we have seen what they wrote perpetual. Remember, I've explained what features is. Now, in crypto, features trading in crypto is a perpetual contract. You understand? So when I say perpetual contracts, they are very popular trading instruments in the crypto space due to their flexibility and the ability to trade with leverage. So perpetual contracts means that the contracts have no expiration date, no expiring date, no expiring date, as long as the trader maintains the required margin, as long as you have capital. As long as we have margin. Margin is your money, your money you're using to trade. As long as you have that money to maintain the movement of the price of the crypto, the contract stands. So there is no expiring date as long as you have capital. Okay, that is features. You understand? It involves a seller, a buyer, and the exchange. You understand? Okay, so now we'll be talking about some things like when I explained, I've mentioned leverage. We'll be talking about liquidation. So I'm going to explain these terms. Then I will now start in the layman's term to explain what we want to go into in a layman's term. You understand? Before I continue, let me put it that for me, I always say features is like betting. When I've not gone into it, I would say feature is like betting. But with what I will be discussing today, we'll see the difference. You understand? Because in betting, you know that at the end of 90 minutes, you already have a expiring date. So they have similarities. It has expiring dates. You know, after 90 minutes, there must be a winner and there must be a loser. You understand? Okay. Now, in futures trading, we might say, you can choose you want to trade Bitcoin USDT. You are not buying the Bitcoin. You are not owning the Bitcoin. Whereas in sports, you own the coin. You are buying the coin. But in futures, it's just like two people coming together. We are saying Arsenal will win. We are here in Nigeria. We are not going there to watch Arsenal. We have not seen the club. We can say, gold, the price of gold is so. I'm predicting that this price, I'm predicting that gold will go up to so price. Another person will come and predicting that gold will fall down to so price. So me that said I'm predicting that gold will go, or the price of gold will go up, I will enter a long, they call it long or buy trade. That is, I'm predicting long. So I will start a long trade. So in futures, we have long and we have to short, that is to sell. So we have the long. When you know that, Bitcoin price will go up, you are predicting, you have seen it, you enter a long trade. But if you have seen that Bitcoin price is overbought, You understand? So you will not enter a short trade. Short means you are predicting that the price of Bitcoin will fall. You understand? So now the difference in trading features, we have what we call the leverage. You can see someone started, if he started with $30, you must have made 312. So you can see the high features can guarantee you high profit, high returns, even with smaller capital. But because of this leverage, remember, we are not seeing the Bitcoin. So it's just a smart contract, an agreement that this price will go up. So what the exchange will do now, they provide you with leverage. Now, what is leverage? Okay. So leverage allows traders to control a larger position. So you can see, let's, for example, now we have 1x. Royal Q only approves 1x to 20x. That is the highest leverage you can, because the higher leverage you use, the higher risks will still come to that. So let me just explain what leverage is. Okay, so leverage allows traders. So with your $30 now, if you are using 10x and you have only $30, what we record in the contract will be 30 times 10. So automatically on the contract you have, what will be recorded is $300. That is, leverage allows traders to control larger positions with a small amount of capital. However, it also magnifies both potential gains and loss. So the higher your leverage, you can quickly get a higher profit and you can quickly get a higher loss. So that is why for the signal that you'll be getting, you'll be seeing, I think it should be from 1x to the highest should be 5x. That is 2 to 5 leverage, just to minimize the loss. Okay. Now it will also brings us to liquidation. Okay, it will also bring us to liquidation. So let me explain that. Liquidation price is the specific price point at which a leveraged trading position will be automatically closed by an exchange due to insufficient funds to cover potential losses. This occurs when the prices of the asset moves against the trader's position, causing the margin, that is your leverage, to fall below the required maintenance margin. So since the exchange you are using leverage, your $30 is now recorded because you are using 10s, because you use 10s, you are now recording $300 in the contract. Now, if the coin, for that $300, if you start with it, you will get a liquidation price that will be closer because of you are using a higher leverage. So if this coin goes against you, your money, your margin, that is your money, will be liquidated faster. Then if it goes in favor of you, you will make profits. The contract will be calculated based on $300. Remember, it's $30 you have, but because of that leverage, you'll be calculating your profit based on $300. So that is why you see someone with, there was one time I used $1 and I entered BTC. BTC has fallen well. So I entered a long trade and I made almost 990% profits using, it was on Binance, using times 50 leverage. So you see, $1 gave me, at least my profit was around 20 something. So because of that leverage, that the high leverage you use, it exposes you to a higher profit or a higher loss. Now in betting, there's nothing like leverage. Your 100 naira is your 100 naira. Betting company cannot say, okay, let's leverage you. Your $100 will not turn to 1,000 or 10,000. So you can see the difference. Betting does not have leveraging, but in futures, we have leverage. Okay? It will not take us to margin. I've explained margin. Margin is the initial capital deposited by a trader. Like on Sunday or whenever we fix the next class, we'll create your futures account, so you now fund it. Okay, so they call it margin. The exchange is to be recorded as your margin. Margin is the initial capital deposited by a trader to open and maintain a leverage position, that is to trade futures. Okay. Okay. Now, it will not bring us to position mode. In futures trading, we have the one way and the hinge mode. So this one way is just like on if you want to open maybe BTC now, you open it on long. You have seen that BTC wants to go up. So maybe you use $100 to enter BTC. You long it. You have predicted that Bitcoin will go up. So you long it. And the trade start. If you use one way, maybe your liquidation price, maybe Bitcoin was around 118,000. And your liquidation price maybe is around 105. Maybe you are using maybe ×2 leverage. So your liquidation price is around 105. It means that if Bitcoin, because of you long this trade, if Bitcoin drops to 105, you have been liquidated. You will lose your initial capital, your margin. The trade will close. I hope you are following. Please, if you are following, let me drop one for me on the chat. If you are following, drop one for me on the chat. Okay. Please, is it only 2 people that is following? If you are following, just click on the chat and type 1 so I can continue. Okay. Okay. So let me continue. Now, this one way, this is the position mode we are explaining. Okay. So if if this Bitcoin price starts going down, maybe to on 118 when you started the trade, the long trade, you open the position for long, and the position mode is one way, and the price of Bitcoin starts going down. You see that you cannot do anything. You cannot do anything on this coin until it gets down and it gets you liquidated. You lose your money. That is if you are trading. Maybe if you go to Binance, you want to trade. But wait, I will tell you what Royal Q did. Remember I told you Royal Q implemented it that losses will be reduced, if not eliminated. Okay? So now, but if Royal Q now did that, if you are trading futures on Royal Q, it's automatically on hedge mode. Hedge mode means, okay, you started this trade, this BTC, at 118, and your liquidation is 105, and it's a long trade you enter. And you see Bitcoin now started going down. Remember in our technical analysis class, when they would, if after drawing the trend line, they will tell you that, okay, this coin will drop to this part before going up. You understand? So if you have seen it that Bitcoin will drop first to like 108 before going up, you never can tell. Sometimes technical analysis will tell you that sometimes if it breaks that trend line, it has started going down. So it's analysis and prediction. So what you do, you will open another trades Still on BTC. So edge mode allows you to trade two ways. Now you will not short BTC. You will not predict that BTC will go down. So you understand? Look at say the question stuff. So wait, just understand this mode. You see how Royal Q came in to reduce the liquidation. Because I know when we are trading sports, we'll just be hearing so billion has been liquidated. We'll be happy because we are trading sports. But now we are talking about features now. But Royal Q put some things to make sure that the liquidation is reduced. Okay? Remember, I said your margin is the initial capital deposited by a trader to open and maintain a leverage position. Your maintained margin, this is the minimum amount of margin required to keep a leverage position opened. Now, if you talk about Royal, remember we have buying of margin calls. Buying of margin calls in the spot. So Royal carried it and entered the spot, entered the futures trading. So we also trade in futures. We also trade with margin calls in futures. So what it will do, it will be extending your maintenance margin. Now, remember, two things now. You can apply the hedge mode. These are the things Royal added to make sure that you don't lose money. So, okay, let me go back to what I was explaining before. When you see the coin dropping to 108 and your liquidation is 105, you will quickly open remember, trading sports, trading futures, it's not sports. You don't start a trade and leave it and go and sleep. It's a perpetual trade, but you don't start it and leave it to go and sleep. You must monitor it because it can make you fast money and it can make you fast lost. Okay. So now you open for the hedge mode, you are free to open BTC shorts so that you can see as you are losing $2 here, you are gaining $2 here. So you see liquidation, if you lose in this part, you recover in this part. That was what the hedge mode Royal Q allowed. So you can open Bitcoin long. When you see that, it's like it's falling, no, you can open Bitcoin short. As it's falling, you are making profits. That your other one, as it's falling, you are losing. As this one, as the coin is falling, you are making profits. So it will balance up. That is the hedge mode. That is the position mode. Now, the second thing Royal Q added was the adding of margin calls. So immediately as the coin is falling down, you are buying margin calls. Your liquidation price is also reducing. So you see the second thing Royal Q added, the margin calls. So it comes to play. It increase your maintenance margin. So instead of Bitcoin to liquidate at 105, once you buy the margin, it goes down to maybe 100,000. If he buys another margin, it goes down to 97,000. If you buy another margin, it goes down to 98. So it will buy you time for the coins to recover back and being positive. But if you don't buy margin calls, once this coin and you don't open the short, once it gets down to 105, you get liquidated. You lose your money, real loss. But because of the leverage in this feature that we are talking about, because of the leverage, that is why people are making huge money. But because of greed, because of humans are greedy naturally, that is why I never wanted to introduce features to our team. But we must move because the bear season is fast approaching. Just imagine in 2022, Bitcoin was at 69,000 and it fell down all through 2022 to 15,600. Do you know how many percentage if you have short BTC from that December of 2021? If you have short BTC from 2021, do you know the massive profit you would have made all through with good margins, with good margin? So that I know in the space of that period, Bitcoin will go down and it will also come up. It will go down, but it was going down. But it also have some time it pumped. So you must make sure that you don't use high leverage so that anytime Bitcoin wants to recover, it will not liquidate you. As far as it does not touch your liquidation, you are still in the trade, hoping for Bitcoin to continue falling. Okay, is there any other thing I have not touched? Let me see. Okay, avoiding liquidation, always stick with the signals. We are going to create a group where we'll be dropping signals. The signals always drop it, and it also have time. You know, any message, anytime message drop on the chat, or if it's Telegram we are going to use, or chats, anyone we are going to use, you will get it that don't trade below 3 minutes. If you met it and you check the time, 3 minutes is gone, you wait for the next one. You don't rush it. You don't rush into futures trade. You must be 100% careful. That is why we are saying it's only experienced traders that are advised to venture into this. This will give you good. But there's someone, one of our special guests here, started with $50. Just in 2 days, 3 days, he has made profit of $39 using the signals. Okay, so you can see that the features is a better way. You can see the difference from betting. Betting, there's no adding of, if you bet that Arsenal will score 3 goals, there's no amount of money you will add you will add. And if Arsenal did not score that 3 goals, there's no money that will delay the 90 minutes. But yeah, once you add more margins to your trade, it delays the maintenance margin to check, to make to still buy you time if the price of that crypto will reverse and go and be in your favor. You understand? So this is a contract that buyers and sellers enter, that there must be a winner and there must be a loser. As you are entering buy on BTC, someone is entering sell on BTC. At the end, there must be, when the contract is being closed, there must be a winner and there must be a loser. You understand? So is there another thing? Let me check. Okay, so I think I've touched on everything. So avoiding liquidation, I believe I was able to talk the things Royal Q put in to reduce the liquidation aspect. So you don't have to be scared. And it's something that you can always, I always tell people that you can always practice with as low as $10. You can always fund your futures account with $10 or $20 or $30 to test run it. You don't have to be greedy. When I started, when I did futures that time on Binance, it was $1 I used. So you see, in sports, you cannot use $1 to start a trade to buy a coin, but in features, you can use $1 because of the features is the leverage. It provides leverage. So if you do 1 times 20, you have $20 in the contract. You understand? So it's a perpetual contract that has no end as long as you have enough margin. You understand, for the trade. So I believe I don't know Okay, before we, if you have questions, you can just use the chat and drop your questions. Prince Ernest, you are saying repeat. I should repeat what?
It came late.
Eh,
Oh, don't mind me. It came late.
I should repeat what? The good thing of the Zoom is that it's always recorded. So we can always watch. You know that this repeating is my notebook. I had to study it. You understand? But if you can always watch, and we'll also do a repeat. But let's see if we have questions. Maybe answering questions can also draw me back to some things. But NS, what we are saying features is a contract, a perpetual contract that has no expiring date, as long as you have enough margin to sustain the movement. If the movement is against you, as long as you have enough money in the trade. So in this feature is not is the features your account your capital is not that you say this not like in the sport you say you set up so amount for this one. If you have $200 in your features and you enter a trade and the coin is going down, the robot it will be using from that your money. That your money will be sustaining the trade. If it eventually goes down and liquidates, your money will go. You understand? So, but with what Royal Q put in place, I don't believe with results so far, with good results coming in, okay, can you speak about the configuration and binding process, or can we use the same binding in the spot? Okay, I said today's class is for introduction. Preparing your mind that we are going to do the next class will be when we will now set up our Binance accounts and we also edit our binding if it's to edit our binding to accommodate this features trading. You understand? That will be our next video. But today's video is introducing features and talking about the advantages and the disadvantages, how is different from sports trading. Okay, so that's what we are doing here. That is the class we are holding, but the next class we'll talk about. We can't do everything today, you understand? So let's take more questions. Please, this class should be an interactive class, so because what we are discussing now is not something you will say you don't have the knowledge, you want to go and venture. This is not sports trading that you can do mistake and your results, your punishment will just be waiting time. If you do mistake there, your punishment will be real loss of capital. You lose money, real loss. So that is why I stated it. So since we don't have any question, let's call on our first guest, Mr. Enoch. Shey, that gets it correctly. Please, Leader Oshay, make you have not made him co-host.
Oh,
I
no.
hope he's here. Huh?
Oh,
Ah, let me see if I saw him when I started the class now. Okay, let's call on Mr. Shane to give us his own experience trading in the trading features using Royal Q. Let's hear from him his own experience. Mr. Shane, you can take it up. Thank you.
Okay. Excellent evening, marvelous evening, Royal Cube community. Are we hearing my voice?
Yes, we can hear you.
How many minutes, please?
Just 10.
Staying on for me. Okay, I'll do my 10. Anything I can say, I'll say it. So I want to appreciate everyone. I discovered that today, a lot of people are on this call tonight. A lot of people are here tonight because of we're talking about a new sensitive topic in Royal Q. Before I started doing trading on Royal Q with doing Royal Q futures trading, I think in year 2023, I met a guy, Harry, that we were both doing Royal Q 10 until he abandoned Royal Q completely and was into futures. Until today, he's doing futures. So before then, I joined one lady that was also a mentee, a student to Harry. Harry is a very popular guy. So I decided, okay, this feature that we'll be preaching against in Royal Q, why people still trading in when they know that there's always potential of losing money. But there was a particular day I saw one screenshot of what Harry made with I think it's like $50. Was able to make over $800. Was like, wow. That was when I now begin to open my mind. So when I opened my mind to started doing futures trading, firstly, I started trying it on exchanges. And when I started trading, it was making sense. Early this year, alone, I've lost over 700,000 naira. So that's why I need to first tell people the risk that is involved in futures. And I was able to discover that what made me to lose money was because I was using too high leverage. The high leverage was giving so much profit. So you can be putting like $10, making $50. It was giving so much profit. But one day during the time, Donald Trump, I think it was early this year when he was sworn in, when there was all this policy on a tariff that shook the entire market. I slept, I wake up, I saw my account empty. I was trying to clear my eyes, and I saw that my money had disappeared. So that's happened to me 1, 2, 3. So and I said, let me go back to React, since React has a feature for doing futures trading. So I watch a lot of videos so I'll be able to understand how to do the setting on React. So when I try it, because I was coming from the background of using high leverage, 50x, 40x, so I was disappointed that why would React be giving just 20x? So I tried it. It was just giving me tiny profits, and it was giving me results. I was trying to familiarize myself with the feature of Royal Q futures trading. So I now left it and abandoned. I went back to my normal exchange. So later, I now said, let me go back to Royal Q, because Royal Q know the reason why they give us a limit of 1x to 20x. 1x to 20x. And I went back. I said, let me try this Royal Q. Just like after I've lost, and I came out to Royal Q. So lately, I think between about 2-3 weeks now, and I decided to follow. No, Royal Q always want us, they don't want us to lose money. Go on Royal Q. If you are losing money, how will they make money? How people grow in the business? So and I decided, okay. When I begin to learn from other people, and I sat down, relaxed my head. So okay, let me look. I know how to study trend. I know how to do all those things. So when I now begin to say, let me just reduce my leverage. So I was not using more than one. The first time I didn't even lose. I've never lost using React bots for trading. I've not. The only time I lost was when Ethereum started moving up, and that time market was uptrend. So I was trying to short Ethereum, and I put the leverage on React to 20x. So as Ethereum was moving up, the market was going against, and I can't sleep so that my money will not disappear. I have to now to close in loss. So I still have some leftover in my Binance. So and I let React futures completely again, went back to my spot. But lately, and I told myself that this thing is doable now. Cabana Julius has already accepted it. He started training people. So let me go back. So I now decided to now reduce my leverage to 1x. And I was able to now get a formula that has been working for me. Only today, I'll be able to do 5 successful trades. I think some days ago, I was able to do 10 successful trades. So far, so good. I've done more than 25 successful trades. Only short. I'm not doing long. I'm only doing short. I don't do edge. I'm always shorting, and has been giving results back to back, back to back. And why do I resort to doing Royal Q futures trading? Because we're in the bull markets. Most of the coins are the uptrend. If you check the weekly chart, they're on the uptrend. If you check the daily chart, uptrend, 4-hour uptrend, 1-hour uptrend. So it's very difficult to get coins to trade on spot. That was what made me to let me try out futures, because since all the coins are on the uptrend, anytime they go down, they will retrace down. So I now started doing short signal, short trades, and I have been winning back to back. I can only say I get small losses, and those losses are maybe okay. This trade is not going in my direction. I'll just close it in loss, and I will make sure I recover the loss back that same day. That same day. So I've already been able to get a formula which has been working for me. I always make sure that any coin I want to pick, I will change the when I go to the futures part of Rare Q, I will look for a coin that on the weekly chart is on a complete uptrend. On the daily chart, 4-hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes, I must see a clear uptrend. Number one. Then number two, I will make sure that all those uptrend they are aligning on the first Bollinger Band, and the last candles are cutting up the first Bollinger Band. Then number three, I will now check the RSI. Is the RSI close to 990, especially in night and daily chart and 4-hour chart? Then the last indicator that really helps me a lot is the, at the bottom of our chart on Royal Q, there's an indicator that shows buyers and sellers, strong buy, strong sell. So I will make sure that the clock hand is to the strong buy region. Strong buy region, times the buyers are already come to the end of buying. Then I will now either look for a nearest resistance, I will enter, or I will enter a current price. And this formula has been working for me back to back to back. I even said it in the group, in our team group this evening, that if you can be doing 10% on $45 every day, in a month you can do 300%, and you can be able to recover your money for your bot. 300% in a month, 30% daily. If you can do that like 5 trades a day, 10% on $45 in a month, you can do like $135. So let me just stop it. My time is fast spent. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Mr. Shane. I don't know if we have any, if you can share your screen, let's see the results of
Okay.
the.
I'm just following your time. I've even overspent.
Go ahead. Our second special guest is having network issues, so yeah, we might not be having him on this call tonight. So it will be in the our next room. So you can take your time.
Okay. So let me go to. I wanted to enter this coin, but because when we are doing futures trading, please, it's not spot trading, no. That you can sit and go and sleep. Please don't do that for when it comes to futures, because if there's a sudden spike up like this and it touches your liquidation price, all your money can disappear. So that's why always be monitoring your trade. Sports, you can set and forget and go and relax. So let me go
Yeah, you are
to
saying all your money can disappear. All your money will disappear. So let's just be saying it
everything.
like that.
Everything will go, sir. Every of all your capital in your future wallet will go. You just be seeing 0 0. So let me
That is
go
why
down.
we don't. That is why we don't save money in the futures wallet. We just put what we want to use for trading.
Yes. So and I will also advise anytime you make any profit for the day, transfer it to your fund wallet. What is it?
So your funding. Yes.
Yeah, to your funding wallet. So I started early this morning. I think I started I'm coming, please. I'm trying to look for the first trade I did today around 6 a.m. when I woke up. Okay, 7:24. Okay, 7 a.m. So I started. Today is for 2024. Today is 24. Okay. This is where I started it today. Anyway, you see close. So I make sure that I'm not taking too much profit. My take profit ratio is 2.1 and my profit callback is 0.8. I don't do more than that. So this is the first one that closed. This one closed. Then I enter another one again. No. And this one also close. You see close here. That's second one,
Okay, Mr. Chen,
1.862.
what I was saying, can we see the results, your Royal Q profits results?
This today, we are not yet this today. I'm using small capital to trade. All these results you
Okay.
are seeing here, down to this place, from here up, they are all results from features.
Okay.
I'm using small
Okay.
capital. You have to invest what you can afford to lose. What you can afford. Let me click one. Oh, that one's gone. Let me click today. I'll go to features. So this, I'm just using $45, about $45 for the first buying amount. And I'm taking small profits because so that you not stay long in the trade. This is 1,000 bond, NXPC, second one, third one, 30.8. Seven trades today. So today has not finished. So I think I enter another one here. So this is the last one I did. I just stopped because doing futures trading, you need to be monitoring your trade. It's not like sports. So let me enter one of the coin. I'm coming. 1 point. Okay, let me look for hyper. Let me change this one to pictures. So for today, I'm done. I'm not doing enter any coin again. It's from tomorrow that will continue. Let me enter. Okay, sorry. Let me switch on my VPN. Because without my VPN, I can't see all those.
The network is affecting.
Always, every time I want to, most times, anytime I want to enter, I want to open the features section of Royal Q. It will not show unless I.
Okay, unless you connect your VPN. So we have seen. I don't. If you have any question, please use the chat.
So you can see the amount I used, $49. $49 for that coin, and it sold and gave me 2.31. Because I'm using 2.1 as profit, take profit 0. Sometimes the bot gives me more than 2.1. Oh, I've done a trade that it gave me 4%. That's how amazing the bot is. It's much more. I'm
So
talking
on
from
how many your leverage? Which leverage are you using?
I'm always using 1x. I don't go beyond that.
Okay.
Even 1x, you will see here. I'm using 1x. It's more safer to do that 1x. And I also advise when you are doing features, always use normally after I've been beaten and battered from features trading, and I learned that you need to, if you want to do features trading, always use like 5% of your capital. Let's say you have $50. Use like, let's say, $5 of your capital. Don't use too much of your capital, because there are two types of mode in future. We have the cross margin and the isolated margin. I prefer using cross margin because cross margin makes you to stay longer in the trade. But the advantage of the cross margin is that if the market really goes against you, especially if you're using very high leverage, all your entire money will disappear. But isolated margin, if small movements the market goes against you and you are liquidated, let's say you have $50 in your wallet and you put a $5 margin in that trade. If the market goes against you and you're using isolated, only $5 will go. But isolated margin cannot sustain for too long in a trade. If the trade is taking time to reach your TP, you easily be losing money. So it's not my style of doing futures trading. I stick to cross. Some people recommend isolated, but I don't use it. So that's the way
Okay,
I do my.
in cross, even if you put 5, once the market goes against you, it will be taking your other margin, right?
You take your balance
To
and
sustain you in the market.
yes, cross margin sustains you in
Okay.
the market. It sustains you longer. Let's say you have $50
Okay.
in your wallet and you use only $10 for a trade to enter any trade, whether short or long. The remaining balance of $40 is like a backup. The more balance you have, the more it will help your liquidation price to be far from the entry price.
Thank you, Mr. Shen. Let's know, because most people are just hearing this feature for the first time. So
Okay,
I
don't
just
let me go.
wanted you to share your experience with it. So until when we get to setting up, then I think we can come up with this before they will be confused. So thank you once more.
You're
So
welcome.
please, if you enjoyed Mr. Sheon, please let's appreciate him on the chat, please. Please let's appreciate him on the chat. Thank you, sir, for agreeing to share your experience.
You're
Our
welcome.
our second our second speaker is having network issues, so he will come on board on the next time we'll be talking about features. So, like I said for the when I started the class, I said Royal Q added these features because of what this feature trading to the sport. So it's not that we are moving, because I saw someone saying to features. No, Royal Q added. So you can be trading sports alone. You can decide, okay, let me trade features too. You can decide to be trading sports and features. You can decide to just stick with your sports. So we did this introduction so that we can move with the trend. We can introduce it so that for people that are interested in features can join the new group we have created. So you join the group if you are also interested in features. So we don't want to miss it with the sport. So just want to introduce it so that people that also want to participate in trading features, they will also have room to trade it. You understand? So that is why we introduced it here. Uh, because I believe someone can incur loss. Yes, someone you at the end when I believe you didn't join us from the start. I said that at the feature is a smart contract. At the end of the contract, there must be a winner and there must be a loser. It's a contract, just like in betting. There must be a winner and a loser at the end of the bet. So that is how feature is. But Royal Q has made it possible. Royal Q is always trying to make it possible that we don't lose. You understand? That is why they introduced the adding of margin calls. They introduced the hedge mode that you can also trade to counter your if the trade is going against you. And they also advise you, like you heard our special guest saying that he trades on 1x leverage, because the higher leverage you use, the higher your chances of getting liquidated faster. But if you are using a lower leverage, the chances of you getting liquidated will be very um, slim. Okay, so Mr. Ernest, trading capital and first buy others will come when for setting up of our exchange for features. You understand? So we'll do it on our next class. So I don't. Do we have any other? Yes, let's have him again. Okay. Thank you, sir. But we need more of the lecture. Yes, we are just doing introduction of what Royal Q added. You understand? Okay. Okay. It's just not. Buka, please, if you are not, you say you're saying feature trading is not for the weak, please, you can just stick with your sports. Everybody must not do features. You understand? You understand? Those that will be interested will be dropping the link to the features group so that you can join. So, do we have any other question? Anyone want to speak to us? So you can raise your hand so we'll ask you to unmute yourself. Wow. So our team, we can have 47 or 54 persons attending because he had features. Everybody wants fast money, huge money, and they came. Our team reaching as in having having attendance of 54 persons because of they want to hear features. Please, there's no, don't be greedy or hurrying. Please, it's not that first class now you go and watch video and you apply it. If you do it wrong way, you lose your money. So in anything you are doing, always start with low capital. Try to understand it. And we'll be giving you the signals when we start. We'll be giving you the signals that you can trade. So we will not leave it open for you to just enter any coin and trade because it will wreck you if you start. Okay? I'm not interested in the future. I don't want to go back to the village. NS, you know, keep you don't have to go back with a nylon bag. You'll be lucky, you'll be happy if you even see nylon bag to go back. If you trade features the wrong way, you might not have nylon to go back to your village. Maybe you just go back empty-handed. Okay, so is there any other question? Leader Sherry, I think you take it off from here. If you have anything to say, or any of our leaders that have anything to say, uh, but if they don't have, and we don't have any question.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Thank you so much, Leader Sheon. That was a good one, and Leader Joe, thank you so much for the presentation. I just want to say that features is not for everybody, so don't be compelled to do it because everybody is doing it. If you know that you cannot take real loss, please stick to sports. I think that's just what I want to say. There are chances for you to actually get real losses. If you cannot take real loss, please just don't do features, please. So that tomorrow now you not say it's the judge that forced you to go and the judge that say you should go
That's
and
why
do features.
the first thing I said on this Zoom
Please,
is that there's real loss. So that was the first thing I started with.
and also you need to manage your risks very well. If you want to start, my advice is to start with something like $30 or $50. Okay, don't start with sports. You can bring all your family amounts, can borrow money sef because you know, okay, if you are trading a good coin, you know that one day it will definitely sell, no fear. But futures, just start small, especially now that you are starting off. Start small and start learning. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.
And why we decided to introduce it to our team is because of the beer season. You understand? In the beer season, that is why we introduced it. For those that followed that started this zone from the start, you will hear the reasons why we are introducing it. Because in the bear season, coins will move just like what we witnessed in 2022. Bitcoin moving from 69 down to 50 and down to 15,000. So in such scenario, you trading sports sport traders used to, do get frustrated, and they end up pulling out capital to do Ponzi scheme. If not for network, you would have heard it from our special guest. I think yes, during 2022, it affected him that he had to pull out when he was trading sport. He pulled out money and did Ponzi scheme, and he lost all the money. You understand? So that is why we started with that. We are introducing it because of the beer season, so that you will not you get frustrated. You can see if you have these skills in the beer season, you can always enter short markets. You understand? So that you can also be making profits when the coins is just when coins starts falling, you can make profits. So I don't know if any other leader have anything to say. Okay, leader Temi has something to say. You can go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful time, and thank you to all the leaders, and thank you, Leader George, for the presentation, and also thank you to Leader Shion for that amazing one. Really say a big thank you. Just like in the chat, Leader NSA, I'm not interested though. I don't want to carry nylon to the village. They just said it will carry nylon. It will go like that. So what I'm trying to say is the future is the future in cryptocurrency is also good. There's nothing like staying at one spot. You can know the both. Then you cannot look at the one that works best for you. Spot market is good. Futures is also good. But one thing that must be your front is your knowledge. You must anchor on knowledge. You must anchor on knowledge. Uh-huh. You must anchor knowledge must be the basic. Now you're about to go in. What are the plans? Are you going to go and watch some videos, or you're just going to go and be dependent? So what are the things you are putting in plan for you to be able to do well in the future? Those are the things that are really, really important. So if you can prepare yourself, then you're going to make money. So there's no somebody say there's no in life there's nothing like being at one spot. You have to take risk. It's those risk takers and money makers. You don't take risks, you're not going to make money. You want to make more money, take more risk. So I just want us to know that let's also look at it too. It's something, and I'm so happy that George is saying yes to it. I remember when we talk about the George say no, we need to do, we need to do, we need to do, we need to do, we need to do. But I knew I was going to do it because that's where everybody's going to. Whether you want it or you are, at some point you'll be forced to do it, and that's what's happening right now. So
You
we that
don't
are
have to
also
be
following,
forced to do it with that Temitope.
we have to position ourselves for it.
I
Okay, thank
beg.
you very much. Yeah.
Don't be
Leader,
don't be
leader,
propelling
leader
people.
Osha, don't worry, I will teach you. Don't worry, I will teach you.
Don't propel people to. It's not about teaching me. Me already. Let me not even talk. But don't propel people. Me, I'm definitely doing
So
features.
you're
Don't
already
worry
learning,
about
you're
it. But
already,
Um,
you're already,
don't be
you're already
propelling
learning
people
futures
to do
already.
features.
let me
Don't
give let me
do
also
the
give
propel person. But
let me
before
also
I
give
say,
an
I want to
instance.
say that it's not this one you people are doing in sports that you come and do in features. So you will not be lazing around. You will not attend class.
No,
Okay.
if they later around, they will get immediate results. They will just see the results immediately, and once you
Sharp.
just put your hand in fire, you get quick results, and you correct yourself. So it will not
Just
waste
like
time. You don't need to pay anybody
leadership,
anything.
leadership,
You get the
leadership
result.
said he doesn't sleep when he's trading futures so that he will not hear that his account has
So you can't you
so
can't enter pictures and go and sleep now. It's not possible. Back to what I'm saying, just like when I started the introduction, you understand, getting, in sports, before you get, if you get 20%, if you see your sport trading increasing by 20%, you'll be happy. But in futures, one movement can give you that 20%. The profit you will make on get is just like in betting now. You see person using 100 naira to win 1 million. But if you convert that 100 naira to dollar, for you to get 1 million in sports, it will be difficult. So it's just like the leverage is the key. They say take the risk and join the millionaire. But if you cannot weather the risk, don't take the risk. Focus on your sports. You understand? If you get your 2%, you are okay with it. You increase your capital in sports, you get good 2%. You understand? Getting 2% on 10,000, getting 2% on 10,000 capital, you know is good. You understand? But in futures, you don't need to have 10,000 capital to make that big money because of leverage. So that is why we are introducing it. If you cannot take the risks, please focus on your sport. Don't join the new group, the futures group. Don't join it. So now everybody will make a personal decision so that you cannot talk tomorrow that leader George or leader Russia or the leaders make you to start trading futures. If you do futures, you will be the one. You are the one that came and joined the group and set up your Binance for futures. You understand? But we are just telling you that if you do it the right way, with having your margin calls, following the signals will be dropping and all that. So I would like advise that don't take decision now until we do the second class, where we want our host to come in, because me, I like practical. I like as someone speaking from experience, as in practical. He has done sports. He has used his money to do Ponzi scheme because of sport was frustrating him, and he got burnt. And he came back since 2022. He came back just last week and with $50. And he just told me that I have activated, but I don't have capital to start. After that was on Saturday. On a Tuesday, he just showed me his results that he started with $50. I said, how did you make $39? You started with $50 capital. You are now making $39. I said, no, he should send me the full screen. He sent me just 3 days straight. The third day is just starting. I said, how did you make $39? He said that his features, he used the signals and he was trading features. That is how he made that 39. So I was like, if it's sport, I know in sports, it's only once in a blue moon we can see a coin doing 100 once you see a coin doing 70%, and you will not even use all your $50 to enter the coin. You understand? You must keep for margin calls. If you are trading sports, you must keep. So how is it possible that you started with $50 under 2.5 days, you have made $39 profit? So that was what even touched me and said, with $50, you can make 39. So I said, okay, let's give it a try and introduce it for those that will be willing to take the risks and follow the instructions. So that is it. Okay. So I think we have, let's see if we have
babe,
questions.
what happened? Did I show you the vex? What did I do you? I don't understand. They say Buka, no, let nobody stress my leader. Let nobody stress my leader, George. Buka say leader George, you be lame. Again, if your skin no full, no full body, if your skin no full, no full body, me, I'm ready to disappear now. As they say, I no fat. I'm ready to disappear. No wahala.
You said that I never even start featuring on the slim.
Fairness, I beg, grace. Mark,
You can't see
fairness, move your eye.
Christian Michael said, I've been trading features and it's interesting. Just imagine that you are now using an AI robot to trade it. It will be worth trying.
Your body will be hot. Your body will be hot, but it's interesting.
And we didn't include indicators. So in the next class, we'll be talking about the indicator. But we have in the Royaki also added indicators to trade the features. So they make sure that it's kind of safe. But at the end, there must always be a winner and a loser. So thank you for today. We'll be having Friday Zoom. That's tomorrow, same time, 8:30. Please look at this turn up. Please, let's also have this turn up tomorrow. Because I don't know what this feature, everybody just came as if we want to share money.
Let nobody unmute. Let nobody unmute. Good night.
Okay, Ernest want to talk.
No, mute him. They go.
It's
Good
Ernest want to talk.
everybody.
Good night. We'll see you tomorrow, 8:30. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Right.
If your skin no full body, sha.